Hello everyone, welcome to another Transformers toy review. Today we're taking a look at one of the figures from the War for Cybertron Netflix toy line. This is wave 3 of the Netflix figures. Most of these are repaints that we've seen from War for Cybertron, either kind of new characters or updated decos. So we do have kind of some new characters, but essentially they are repaints of figures that we've already seen before. So I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this one. I think it's Decius. He's army drone basically for the Quintessons, and you can see he looks a little bit familiar. That's because he's a repaint of Ironhide. So basically just done in this kind of new deco, kind of black and silver with a lot of battle damage, but he's in this cool looking new box on the side here. You can see him there, and you've got the kind of Quintesson kind of symbol there as well, and then bring it around to the back and you can see it just shows him as an army drone, and a picture of him in both his robot and his vehicle mode, and it's 15 steps in terms of transformation. So that's him. What we're going to do now is we're going to open him up, take a look at him in robot mode, and take a look at his accessories, and we'll do a bit of a comparison against some of the other figures, including, you know, taking pictures alongside the sort of Quintessons and things like that, just for a bit of a size comparison. So let's open him up and see what he looks like. And here we are. We've got one of the Quintesson drones or army drones in his robot mode out of the packaging, and there's nothing kind of additional when you go in there. I thought maybe some of them got kind of like battle scenes and things to go with them, but there's nothing additional apart from you get your kind of standard instructions. So yeah, fairly standard. I've got him in the background here alongside the kind of Quintesson kind of battle set here, in kind of play set or base mode if you like, and just as a size comparison as well, got a few little kind of Sharkticons here to see how he scales. There's one in robot mode there as well, one of the kind of little snaky things, one of the guards, other guards. So you can see actually in terms of height he's actually a fair bit taller than this kind of Alicon guy, but probably not quite as wide, I would say. And then if you're going to bring in one of the Quintessons in their kind of normal modes, this is just going to bring him in. So here he is, kind of obviously he's on a kind of chair sort of thing, but that's kind of what the two would look like alongside each other. Obviously with these ones you can take all of these out. They are a little bit tricky, so if you wanted it just so it's, I think it's just this one that's in the actual cartoon that goes a little bit, well, we won't spoil anything, but I think it's just that one in there. Yeah, and then looking at the robot mode, he actually looks really good in black, I think. Obviously there's quite a lot of kind of battle damage and stuff on this guy, but it's, yeah, I'm not you know, hateful about it. The black paint actually is quite a bit of it on his kind of arms in here, but there are other bits which are black plastic, and then you get grey, which is then gone over in black, and then these bits are all painted silver with then kind of battle damage around here, and these look as if they're black paint with silver battle damage. And then I think these, it's really weird, black plastic with silver on it, so it's a real kind of mix, but overall the figure comes across pretty well. Yes, maybe gone a little bit over the top on the battle damage, but actually because the figure is just supposed to be kind of like black and grey, it kind of adds a little bit to it. And with the series kind of being a little bit dark, you know, I think that's quite good. One thing I did think they did well was on the kind of gun, the weapon, is that they added a bit of weathering to that, and I thought actually that was pretty well done. So it's grey plastic, and then it kind of starts off quite light here until it gets quite almost completely black, and then the insides of here are painted green as well. So on the box art, pop those over here, it has holding like that, and he's kind of like holding it out like that in a bit of a stop pose, which I think kind of works for him. You know, I think I'll probably have him with it in this kind of gun configuration rather than the kind of hammer one. And with that, obviously you can have it like that or kind of like that, but it kind of works better, I think, having it extended, and then you can add little blast effects in here. They don't work quite as well on here because they're I find they sort of fall off a little bit, but some of the other bigger ones kind of fit in okay. Now those work all right, I think. This one again, I think this is the one that's designed for the axe, and it kind of pegs over that, and that kind of works all right as well. It's more designed for the axe mode where he's actually coming down, not the axe, kind of hammer where he's coming down on it and hitting something. So that works, and you can also plug this on the back here as well, so you can kind of make out that he's kind of got like a missile launcher on his shoulder and he's doing it that way. It would shame really that the join on it doesn't come down here, and you could fold it down here, and then you can also peg it onto his back or peg it on anywhere else if you want. He's got a load of 5mm ports, so you can peg in anything else along here. I like the head sculpt. Obviously it is ironhide, so but it just works well in these colors with the silver face and the blue eyes. I think that looks really good, and the kind of new kind of Quintesson symbol in here looks nice as well, and almost like a nearly black kind of purple translucent plastic on here as well. I'll take you real quick through the articulation, and then we'll transform him, take a look at his vehicle mode, but no real surprises, to be honest with you. The head goes all the way around, so that's pretty good. You can look down a little bit, can't really look up. You can't really get the old kind of confused army drone look, unfortunately. The arms go all the way around. They go out like that as well, which is nice. And you kind of get a little bit of a wiggle up and down there as well. Bicep swivel there as well. It goes all the way around, and the elbow, you get 90 on that, and the hands do rotate around, although it's a little bit stiff, because I think it's because it's these arm bits are painted. The waist does articulate, so that goes all the way around. It's nicely tolerant. It's quite a cool looking figure actually. And then the legs can go up, out to the back, out to the side, and they all hold pretty well. Swivel there, a bend there, goes back to 90, and the feet are just grey plastic, but again you kind of get this kind of weathering effect, which I think is all right on these, just because if it's just plain grey, I think it'd look pretty plain, so it kind of matches in with the rest. But you don't get anything forward or back, but you do get the tilt, which goes all the way out to there, and then you get more 5mm ports underneath if you wish to add, oh dear, weaponizers and stuff to them. God, you know what it's like if you're really tired and try and stop yawning, you just can't. I was just like, I was trying to fight it, and I was like, oh, I don't know why I'm tired for. I haven't really done a great deal. But that's him in robot mode. You do also have a few like spots over here where you can like add, I say add them, see if we can get other ones to peg in okay. But you can add blast effects and stuff on him in different places. Don't know where else they are. Where are they? You get one on the shoulders there. Where else? On here as well. As if he's been kind of shot. So you can add those various different places on the figure. And there's the look from the back. Not so much weathering on the back, but he cleans up pretty well in this mode. And then transforming him, to sort of remind myself a little bit of how this guy goes, to be honest with you. Let's take a look. So, right, you've got the arms like this. The legs at some point will peg together. So let's just get that bit done anyway. These bits will kind of come round into here. I don't know if these bits actually, the legs, you actually, I think you open them up here like this. And this is where you're kind of going to have some parts of it kind of come back and fill into that gap there. But you do want to have these pegged together anyway, so you might as well keep those pegged together like so. Let me just remind myself. Yeah, I remember this bit here actually. I think it kind of comes out and swivels out. This bit come down. In such a long time since I transformed this figure. Yeah, there we go. Or not. Does that lift up? All right, let me just take a look at the instructions real quick. Yeah, so just to show you, you open this bit up, you bring the head back. This bit does pull back like that. This bit then does swivel round, if I can get it done like that, into this gap here. And then the idea is that these arm pieces are going to kind of fold in together. Like so. It should peg in either side like that. You then want to kind of get these in here like that, and then these should peg into the side of his arm. Let's try it on one side and then you can see it on the other. Yes, it's just in that little gap there. Like that. And the same on the other side. Like so. Those bits will peg into there. Let's just get these lined up properly. Come on. Line this up here, underneath here as well. That should all peg in like that. And then this bit should then peg back in underneath here. And then you've got your vehicle mode. Rolls all right. Yeah. With all the paint that they added to the figure, it does look good in this mode actually, and it does look like a proper Cybertronian kind of armored vehicle. So I do like the look of that, and I think it kind of fits this mold better than it did actually Ironhide. I probably prefer the kind of Earthrise version to him. Would have liked to have seen silver on these wheels, or something on these wheels. They've got paint everywhere else on him, apart from on there. So that's the only thing I think I would kind of fault really. In terms of kind of, you know, if you can have him alongside anyone, there's your little Shark on here. He's a standard Voyager size vehicle, and then you can peg these on the top here like that. Obviously you can peg it on either side, or you can peg it on a bit further on the back if you want to. That probably looks a little bit better. If you've got your other ironhide one, you could always peg it on here. Obviously it would look slightly off then, but yeah, you can do that with it. Yeah, these sometimes have a habit of kind of popping out, but that all seems good. Yeah, that's it. So next up, yeah, I don't know really what else to say about the vehicle, mate. It's pretty good. We'll take a look at him and in his robot mode, and we'll do our kind of scores on the doors. Right, final kind of scores on the doors, if you like. In terms of articulation, I'd probably give him a kind of an 8 out of 10. I think, you know, these figures nowadays are pretty solid all the way around in terms of articulation. Everything kind of, you can get them into most poses. I think the big difference with these ones is having those kind of ankle tilts and be able to get them in some kind of wider, more kind of action kind of poses. Yeah, I don't think, the only thing I guess would be nice if they had a bit more motion on the head, but other than that, on the general figure, I don't think there's much in terms I'd add in terms of articulation. Transformation, despite having not transformed him in a little while, managed to do it relatively easy. It's quite a fun, easy transformation, I would say, once you've done it a couple of times. Don't know, it's kind of 7 out of 10. It's not anything amazing, really. Accessories, oh, I don't know, 7. I'm not sure whether to include these scores on, you know, for accessories. Yeah, 7 or 6, maybe 6. You know, just comes with the blaster, which is good, and it's painted really nicely. I do like that about it, but it just comes with the one weapon. That's it. Some of the Netflix figures have come with like backdrops and stuff. They don't come with anything like that. Yeah, maybe 6. Paint, I have to say, I have to probably give it a 9 out of 10. I think the paint looks really good. I don't know if it's because of the actual colour of the figure, but I think this deco really works. And yeah, they may have gone a little bit over the top on some of the kind of battle damage, but I think it actually works for this figure, and I think he looks really cool on display. So I think a 9 out of 10 for that. Build, again, similarly high scores. I think probably an 8 out of 10. There's no issues with kind of loose joints or anything else like that. All the paint seems to be applied well. Yeah, pretty steady all round, I would say. I don't know, X Factor, oh, tough one. I mean, he's a drone at the end of the day, so I don't think he's really got much in terms of X Factor. Maybe like a 6 or a 7. It's cool that you get kind of a kind of random figure from the Netflix series, and it's quite cool when you get those kind of figures from like cartoons and stuff that you wouldn't normally get, that are kind of like background characters. I quite like that in some way. Price, probably kind of 7 out of 10. These kind of reissues, I think that's probably why I'm giving it probably like a 7 or something like that, just because I think, you know, you find these either the same price point as the originals or even higher, and you think, well, come on, you've got the money out of the mold, you know, and they sort of go for sort of 25. I would get, you know, I would just get one of this figure. I don't think it's a figure to go out and try an army build. I think it'd be hard to do anyway, because they probably come in a pack of 4. So it'd be, otherwise you're going to probably find a lot of Cheetahs and what's the other one, Deep Cover around. But Yeah, overall though, I think kind of levels out to probably like an 8 out of 10 figure. He's really solid, good fun to play with. You know, as soon as I've got this, it's the first one that I got out, and want to have a real good kind of play around with him, take some photos with him, with the Quintessons and the Guard and the Sharkticons. I think the deco looks really good. If you do see this figure, I think it's well worth kind of picking up, even if you've got Ironhide. The color scheme and everything else is so different that I think you can get away with having this one on display. Definitely, in my opinion. That is it for now, guys. Thank you for watching, as always. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and click on this little notification bell if you want to get updates on any of my new videos as they come out. As always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, stay connected, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.